Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, yesterday I ranted about tax. Today I'm going to rant about debt. I read a book once by Jerry Spence, the great trial lawyer, and he talked about how debt puts you in chains as much as chains. Is that not true? Have you not experienced that in your own life? I'm proud to say that I've never defaulted on a lease or take that back, I have defaulted on a lease. I've never defaulted on a bank loan. I've always been able to pay back a bank loan. But ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, I know what it's like, personally, to be under incredible stress from debt. Debt enslaves you. You are trapped. You are chained to your debt. I also know the wonderful feeling of getting out of debt. It is, in fact, liberating. So how in the hell do we accept state and federal government, the swamp monsters, the political gangsters, enslaving not only us, but our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren with debt? I look at my angels. You all know how much I love my 4 angels. And I think to myself, how in the hell are we laying this debt upon them and their children when I'm gone? It's wrong. And these egomaniacs, these narcissistic son of a bitches who make up the federal Washington swamp just spin, borrow, and then lay it upon us, the wagon pullers. I've had enough of it. Debt is only good, and think about this, because I use debt like this, like many of you do. Here's an example. You borrow to buy a home. You deduct your mortgage interest, and over a course of time, despite paying a lot of interest, you have that home paid for. You can reverse mortgage on it and live there the rest of your life. There's also business debt. You borrow money for a business or a piece of real estate that's going to appreciate in value. You're able to pay it off in time, 15-year commercial loans, and it works. But you know the difference between that debt and our national swamp debt? That debt is secured by something real. That debt is also logically going to be paid off over a short period of time. Our national debt, no chance. It is now, let me give you some reality check, almost $30 trillion. The only way we're going to now be able to pay off that debt is through inflated dollars. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know when the dam breaks, but it's going to happen. The only way they can do that is inflate the dollar, so they're paying it off with our inflated dollars. Because we're never going to pay that off or get it under control at the rate we're going. And to come out and add $2 trillion more dollars on that debt, $2 trillion, when only 9% of it goes to COVID relief, is criminal. And guess who is enslaving the United States? The countries we borrow that money from. And of course, where we print it from. It's sickening and it's wrong. Debt enslaves. You all know what it's like. Have that credit card that's up there too high. One too many payments. That car payment's a little too high. That suffocating feeling of debt. Do you realize, I haven't checked it for a while, the U.S. debt clock of how much the debt is per each man, woman, and child? And once upon a time, it was like $50,000 a piece. I think it's way over that. It might be a couple $100,000 a person. You got that lying around? And this is what makes me, I hate them. I hate them. These politicians in Washington. They act like they're doing it because they care about it. No, they don't. They do it for their power and ego. And it's wrong. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I hope you get out of debt, stay out of debt, screw debt.